Mia, you've made your client cry. What the hell, I mean, cannot make your own client cry. Hi, my name is Rajsurian. I'm a criminal law practitioner. I have been practicing criminal law since my first day as a lawyer. I did my chambering back in a conveyancing firm, but then once I started practice, I practiced criminal law all the way since then. And I've been in practice approximately, I'm in my 6th year of practice now. Good morning. Try to keep smiling. Yeah. I just want to say I'll give it all up. Yep, you'll be fine, no problem. Cough, achoo, achoo. What's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Right? Actually, it's Mr. Right. Like the Flying Brothers Pupils rock all the time. But then the OKT, he's wearing a pink sweater to court. That's the problem. Usually, especially since this is the murder case, they'll be on remand in penjara.
Okay.
And they'll come in the penjara attire.
I see.
So no red colour scarf and pink colour sweater with a big heart shape.
Okay.
They're quite cute. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I never served in another courtroom. Okay, well, her second trial already, murder trial already, you know.
Okay.
It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. Personally vested in the case. As lawyers, you got to be professional. You cannot win for yourself. You need to win more for your client. You need to present your client's case. Sure, murder trials are done in High Court. Her attire looks more like in chambers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Okay. The defense today is Miss Faye, was it? The jurubahasa will call the case, not the judge. Will be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Where is that standing around? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can handle this? Well, in Malaysian courts, I don't think the judges will ever ask such condescending questions. Junior or not junior, you're all members of the bar. Be it a lawyer with 0-year experience all the way to 20-30 years, you're considered the same before the court. Yeah. Oh, internal monologue, sorry. Give him your toughest look. Yeah, no table banging. Could be contempt of court. Of course, Your Honor. I think counsels don't call one another little girl. Well, but I have heard certain seniors doing that lah, but it's not proper. Learned counsel, learned friend. Can call each another by name, but not little girl, little boy. Oh, was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. Well, in Malaysian courts, the prosecution will submit their opening statement if they choose to, but majority of the time, no lah. They immediately move to call their own witnesses to present their case. But the murder victim was a student named Dark Swallow. He was a 4th-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes. The judge here seems to interject quite often. In our Malaysian trials, no, the judges won't suddenly stop and ask question or make stupid comments like that lah. They generally just keep it to themselves. Well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Okay, let's see this photo. It's a young man, victim lying on the ground. Like, why is the photo in black and white? The police discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. Student, okay. defendant, who obviously bungled his getaway, they then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious. Judges don't think out loud.
Why is it? Because it's adversarial in nature?
It's adversarial in nature. It's not inquisitive in nature, whereby the judge interjects at every section whereby he has question. He just in our court, adversarial nature is the prosecution against the defense. So it's for the prosecution to call their witnesses and question throughout. The judge doesn't think openly and so loud and make any comments of that sort. Only if sometimes if he has questions for the witnesses and it's really necessary to ask the questions, that he or she may ask a quick question for clarification purposes. The court accepts this photo into the record. I'm not sure what's their rule of evidence or anything of that sort, but you at least need to call the witness, the person who took the photo, and then admit it through him, not like this. Judge, by the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Okay. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. Such a good liquor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. Okay? An unusual death, says Mia. What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Okay, judges in court also, they are not so expressive. They are not so expressive like this. In our courts, one counsel stands up at a time. If one counsel submits, the other sits down. Not both of them stand up and bash one another like this. It seems like the senior is fine. Actually, if the senior was not fine due to whatever sickness purposes, I would just ask for a postponement rather than go on by myself, especially if you're not prepared. Please say you know at least this much. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Walao, you want to do a murder case and then you're not ready for the case. I see here the details of the case are filed under the court records. Okay, court records. But you knew that already, didn't you? Court records press. Am I doing it right? Okay. Attorney badge. What the hell is an attorney badge? Proof of my profession. The first and last time I wore it was a year ago. Doug's autopsy report. The date and time of that. I think this is 9th April because it's in April at 3 p.m. Shock. Cause of that was a fatal electric shock. We got the cause of that here. Fatal electric shock. And this was the picture. This is the same picture earlier, right? Okay, got it. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? Why is the defense attorney answering the question? What was the cause of death? It's electrocution. Okay, electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun perhaps? Well, this just is a bit too much lah. Definitely, no way. The answer to that will become crystal clear as the trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. Where is this preliminary? Why? Motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? I cannot stand the judge. What do you mean? Put it this way, under Section 51A of the CPC, right? All the documents and evidence that the prosecution wants to rely upon has to be given over to the defense before the trial, within reasonable time. This is for the defense to prepare the case. There's no such thing caught by surprise. It's the first time you're looking at evidence in court, submission, throwing the photograph. There's no such thing. Oopsie. I'm terribly sorry. You are the defense attorney, so you must know all about this. Okay, I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Well, I wouldn't say he shouldn't be stealing the spotlight, consider the fact that it should be the prosecution's case and it's for the prosecution to prove whatever he's saying. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's a smooth operator, if you catch my drift. So far, most of the prosecution, the DPPs that I've met, they are all very professional. They're not some sneaky green suit wearing. Now then, let's hear from the defense. Hey, defense case idea. What was the source of between black? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Yeah, Malaysian trial doesn't work like this. It's the prosecution's case first, whereby the DPP or the prosecution calls their witnesses in order to establish their case. The defense, the evidence is done by the prosecution, cross-examination by the defense, followed by re-examination by the prosecution once again. It does not work like this. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye. It's fine after all. Mr. Wright is innocent, right? When we represent clients in court, right? Okay, whether the person did it or not is a different question from whether he's innocent in the eyes of the law or not. So whether the person did the act it's a different question when whether he's innocent or guilty during his trial, after his trial. Okay, the defense has no objection. Very well. So they're calling Phoenix Wright, the OKT himself, as the witness for the prosecution. No lah. This doesn't happen in real life. In the prosecution's case, you don't call the OKT as a witness. The prosecution usually will call the victim, but in our case, the victim is dead, so they won't call the victim lah. They will call the pengadu, which is the person who made the police report, the photographer, the investigation officer, and other witnesses. OKT is the orang kena tuduh or the person charged. Okay. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us your relation to the victim. But usually it's not the judge who asks the question. Please proceed. It's for the prosecution to ask the first question. Encik Phoenix Wright, tolong terangkan kepada mahkamah di mana kamu berada pada hari ini. Mengapa kamu berada di mahkamah hari ini? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. He's attacking the defense counsel rather than attacking the witness. And that would be, this witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? Wait, she doesn't know what's cross-examination. It's right. No. Once again, prosecution's witness. Prosecution does examination in chief. Defense does the cross-examination, followed by the prosecution once again. But you don't call the OKT as a prosecution's witness lah, because you'll be cross-examining your own witness. So I don't understand how it. Usually those who conduct cross-examination, you can see them being a bit more hostile, because cross-examination is one of those tools to get the real truth out of the OKT. Sorry, not the OKT, of the witness. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him on to get more information. Okay. Prisoner defendant proof. Okay. Let's go. This is me. Cross-examining the OKT, who's my client. Okay, I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Hey, I never even talked to that British wannabe. Press. Mr. Wright, you stated in testimony, I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even That doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him. Hey, why would you accuse your own client as lying? He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his t-shirt. A leather jacket. Picture, right? Crime photo. Present. Objection! Okay, we don't shout objection in court. Unless you as I said earlier, that when two counsels never stand up at the same time. If one counsel is presenting something, you can stand up, wait for the court to recognize you, or for the other counsel to sit down, and then you can tell the court, Yang Arif, bantah or object to what the evidence being admitted in court or something of that sort. But you don't shout objection, and that actually shows disrespect towards the court. Jack, yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back. His face. Is there some point to this line of questioning? Oh well, this part quite real lah. Judges do try to keep you in line, and they will ask where are you heading with that line of questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the shirt that he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body, but in case you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing under. She has to stop hitting the table. Mr. Right, you've been lying to me. Mia, you've made your client cry. What the hell, I mean, cannot make your own client cry. Let him, that P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him, Mr. It's very dangerous. Why would you make your own client cry? Why would you believe your own client? Well, you believe him or not, it's a different story lah. You are acting on his behalf to present his case. You're not supposed to be hostile against him. I think I had enough lah. Prosecution seems to be damn happy at what I've done for him. Not sure how it's impressive. Okay, I think that's enough.
How many things can go wrong?
A lot. Dude, it's our first time, man. So yeah. But super excited for this. So yeah.
1 year ago, I was in the... Okay, what's the answer now?